What's up, everybody? So today I'm gonna show y'all how I got this look with regular polish because this was a fill-in, and we're gonna get right into the video. So first thing for a fill-in, I always like to go through and push the cuticles back, and I like to use an orange wood stick instead of a metal one because these are disposable, whereas a metal one you always have to clean it before you use it on another client. Then I'm just going through with these nippers and nipping off any acrylic around the cuticle area that is lifting, and of course taking the diamonds off. And when you do this, you don't want to force the nippers underneath. You want to be very gentle with taking anything off, because if you force it under, that's just going to cause the nail to lift even more, and you don't want that. So you just want to be careful while you do this. Next, I like to go in with my e-file and just take off the top coat and whatever polish I had on. And then also I like to drill down the apex a little bit because we're going to be building a new one. And I also like to go around the cuticle area and just make sure, get that as low to the natural nail as I can, and try to make sure there's no lifting or anything. But when you do that, you want to stay right on the acrylic. You don't want to go and touch the natural nail with this file at all, because this file is way too strong to be on the natural nails. Then I take my hand file and I'm just going through and reshaping the nails, making them all look a little bit better. And then I will also go along the natural nail to remove any shine from the natural nail, and also to kind of blend in the acrylic with the natural nail as if it was a tip, And as you're blending the two in, you also want to make sure there's no more lifting, and you could just file down any lifting there. Then I go in with this cuticle bit and just remove any cuticle or dry skin that's on the natural nail. And I also like to run over the acrylic right there just to make sure it's blended in nicely. To me, this is one of the most important parts, because with a fill-in, as the nail grows out, so does the cuticle, and it's kind of difficult to just remove everything where the acrylic is going to be laid. So I just like to go through and make sure everything is completely off. Then I wipe all of the dust off and I'll apply my dehydrator and my primer, and we are all set for application. For the acrylic, I'm using a clear instead of a white because we're going to be working with polish as the design anyways, so the underneath really doesn't matter what color it is. But for this, you just basically doing one bead. It's the cuticle bead, like I explained on my regular application videos, and you want to place it a little bit lower than the cuticle area and then push it up into the cuticle area, so that is, you know, it looks very flush and natural around that part. And then you drag it downwards, and as you drag it downwards, that creates the apex, and you're good. Like, that's all you need to do. I did start to go through my hand file because that's what I do with regular application. But then I realized when I do regular application, I don't really go around the cuticle area with my hand file. I save that for the e-file. So I just stopped and started working with my e-file. And basically, I'm just going around the cuticle area, taking down any acrylic that might be thick right there, because like I said, you do want it to look very flush. And then I'm just kind of going down the nail a little bit. Then of course I use my buffer, and I like to buff with the harder side and then the softer side just to get that smoother surface on the top. Then I'm brushing all of the dust off, and then I'll go ahead and spray the nails with alcohol and wipe them down. This is just an alternative to having the client wash their hands. That's my daughter. And this also just gets rid of all of the particles from the dust. The client wanted an ombre finger, so the way I do ombre with polish is I use this little makeup, what are the makeup applicator things, the disposable ones, and I apply the two colors in the way that she wants them. Make sure there's enough on there, and I basically just dab it on the nail lightly. But you do have to do this. She going crazy. You do have to do this multiple times, so I'm gonna wait for it to dry a little bit, and throughout this whole process you'll see me go back and do it, because you do want to make sure it's dry before you put the next layer on, or it'll get all messed up. I just painted that finger red because I will be applying glitter to it later on. And with the ombre finger, it's gonna get really gritty looking, but as soon as you put the top coat on, that look will go away and it'll all get smoothed out. For this finger, I'm doing the color block look, and I'll draw a heart in the open space, which you'll see me do. But this is the first layer, then I'll do the second layer and clean it up with acetone. This finger is just going to be red with a little white heart, which you'll see me draw. Here I'm just cleaning up the side of the nail with the ombre with acetone to just get all of that extra polish off. To apply my glitter, I'm using my gummy jelly as if I would be applying diamonds. And I'm just sticking a real thin layer of that on. And then I'm using the Shine gel top coat. And these are both from Nail Couture. And I'm just putting that on top. And then you'll see me sprinkle the glitter on. And I'll cure it for 60 seconds. For the pinky, I'm adding some red diamonds, so I'm just putting my gummy jelly, and I'm actually going to top coat it with my shellac gel top coat because this is the best top coat that works on regular polish without messing it up. So I'm going to use that, and then I'll apply my diamonds and apply the top coat to all of the other fingers, and I'll cure the whole hand for 60 seconds. Once it's done curing, I'll wipe the glitter off, the extra glitter off with this brush, and then I'll spray the other nails with the alcohol and wipe it down because the gel top coat is a white top coat, so it ends up being sticky once it's done. So I'm just taking the sticky layer off, and then I gotta apply my cuticle oil, which you'll see me do. And these are the finished look. These Valentine's nails came out so cute. This reminds me of like the Queen of Heart. But I love these so much. And I just want to thank y'all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video.